Hi everybody, so here's my array of trout fishing baits. Over the years I've tested them out and tried to find the best ones. I started out basically using earthworms and balls of fire salmon eggs. Those are my two staples, but recently I found some better baits. And right here I have some power bait, and it's kind of in a dough form. And here's some artificial salmon eggs from Gulp. And the reason why I think these are better is because they float. And I'll show you later. I'll actually show them in action floating, kind of how they work. But basically you have your weight, and about 6 inches up you have your hook tied on for above that weight. And these artificial baits right here will float, so it'll stay 6 inches off the bottom, and that's where the trout are. So they're really helpful in catching trout and zoning in on the area where the trout are. And it's a lot harder to do that with baits that don't float, like worms and balls of fire salmon eggs, but they do work. But recently I have definitely been out fishing, probably like catching 3 times as many fish with these artificial baits as with the earthworms. And even more than the dough baits, I like the artificial salmon eggs. The dough baits, they get on your fingers and it kind of get a mess, and also they come off fairly easy. These artificial salmon eggs stay on the hook very well. It even says you can fly fish with them, and I believe it. And also I think they have some great scent in there that really attracts the fish. So I hope you learned something here. Oh yeah, and one more thing is I usually use white and orange or red Gulp artificial salmon eggs. I think that kind of mimics regular salmon eggs. And also if you put 2 on there, it really helps it float. So I hope you learned something here today, and maybe you'll try some new baits and catch some more fish. Alright guys, so real quick I thought I'd show you the floating power bait and artificial salmon eggs in action. So right here I have 2 artificial salmon eggs, Gulp floating salmon eggs, and I have 1 orange, 1 white, and as you can see they're floating really well. I have a small hook, 4-pound test. We'll follow this line down to the bottom where you can see my weight right here anchoring it down. So basically this is one reason why the baits work so well, is because when you have a weight that anchors it to the bottom, the baits will float straight up right into the face of the trout, which are usually around 6 inches to a couple feet off the bottom. And trout are pretty finicky, and a lot of times they won't take bait that's just sitting right on the bottom, which is one reason I think these floating baits work a lot better than things like worms and balls of fire. So thanks for watching.